What is up, everyone? Today we are playing Esper Mill Control. I finally found a deck that I can jive with, that I'm really loving, I'm cruising up the ladder right now. So this deck is by a Japanese player that got to Mythic with this, and I really liked it because it was very different from the other mill type decks I've seen before. It's kind of similar to CGB's like pure white, blue white control decks that have Jace as the win con, but this one leans a little bit more into the mill, but not in a crazy way. So they've got Mindbreaker, which is this nice unearth card that mills half the opponent's deck. You got Breach the Multiverse, which is also just a really solid card that mills 10, and you get like 2 powerful creatures or planeswalkers, which means it can get your Jace for you as well, meaning you're going to mill 25 if you can get that combo going. And then you got plenty of early game stall, which is something I don't see that often. Faithful Mending, Sunset Revelry, and Founding of the Third Path, which lets you cast your stuff. And also you can mill the opponent, or you can mill yourself, but most of the time I've been milling the opponent with this one. And then it also has sweepers to help deal with aggro. And right now in the format, there's a lot of Rakdos, there's a lot of humans, and there's a lot of green-white enchantments. And this deck just very well suited against all of those matchups. You have stuff for green-white, like the Farewell and like the Lockdown. You have stuff for aggro, again, Lockdown, Depopulate, even Farewell, and lots of cards like Sunset Revelry and Faithful Mending to hold you over till you can get your sweepers. Celestis also gains you a little bit of life, helps you get the cards you need. And then against Rakdos, basically you can kind of just ignore Rakdos, which is awesome because they get their like one big threat a turn, and you've already gained maybe like 6 life by the time they throw Shieldred down, so you don't really care to lose life from Shieldred. And they don't often have ways to stop you from getting your Mindbreaker going because it's an artifact and it has an earth, so you don't cast it. So yeah, just very, very strong. And Rakdos also draws a lot of cards themselves with if they're Reanimator with Atraxa or with Fable the Mirror Breaker. So a lot of times you can, slow ball it a little bit. They don't know what's going on. You're drawing cards with Faithful Mending, and then they've already drawn maybe 20 cards deep in their deck, and you just finish them off with Mindbreaker or Jace. Before we go, if you could smash that like button and maybe consider subscribing if you like this these MTG Arena content. And I try to put a lot of interesting new brews to rank up with. So yeah, if you appreciate that, smash that like button. Yeah, let's get into the games. All right, this is a pretty good hand. We got our lands. We got a bunch of 2 mana plays and a 4 mana sweeper. Keep it. Let's see what the opponent has got in store for us. Red and white. Either Mardu maybe, or the red-white ramp reanimator type stuff. A Jeskai. I guess it's Jeskai control then, probably. We'll probably just Faithful Mending here, and we can drop off the Mindbreaker. It's a pretty good pickup. I mean, that really runs off our hand a lot. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Okay. Could get rid of this token here to slow them down. Could also consider Sunset Revelry on our turn if I leave the token. Guess I can do this on their turn, so I'll go ahead and do this now. Ooh, we got a Founding of the Third Path. That's pretty nice. Most likely the Sunset's not doing anything for a while. Let's drop that one off. We need to find our land so we can eventually get up to the breach. Okay, we did get a black source. And so that's pretty good. Founding into Soul Partition, maybe? We can also recast it later. Sounds okay to me. And then next turn, it's going to do the mill and we can cast our Mindbreaker. I think that's fine. This will slow their ramp down at least. They might have some sort of counterspell though, which would foil our plans a little bit. So we'll see about that. Okay, yeah, they left up mana. Makes me a little bit concerned. Looks pretty control-ish, so there's a decent chance they got the make disappear here. So we have a tough decision. Do we go for it? Do we hold up the Wandering Emperor? Do we hold Faithful Mending? The downside of not going for this now is that they could potentially exile it later. And I won't be able to cast it next turn because the Founding is going to trigger. So I think we just go for it. They counter it, they counter it. And we still have Faithful Mending to cast on the next turn. I guess they can't counter it, but it's on Earth. Okay, but they could kill it still, but they didn't, so... Okay. Guess I was worried about nothing. Forgot on Earth was an activated ability and not a cast, so they can't even counter it. So now with half their deck gone, I think we're gonna win, because they're only got 21 left. If we get one Jace, we'll be in a really good spot. 4 cards. Sunset Revelry. Or Soul Partition. I guess we Soul Partition this Reflection. Because the Revelry doesn't really do anything here. Okay, and we're getting pretty close to our 7 land mark as well, which is really nice. Wandering Emperor, sure. Don't think we care about that unless they have the some sort of shuffle effect, put the cards back in their deck. Alright, we just let them go. Yeah, we're not in any danger of losing to life, so that's fine. Another Sunset Revelry. I think we don't keep that, so get rid of that. I guess we can drop a land here. Could drop a Depopulate. I think we might want to depopulate at some point. Okay, and we got another land anyway. So we'll Wandering Emperor on their turn. Looks like they're running Zurgo. You know, if they keep drawing cards, it's gonna make our job easier. So they're at 18, 17. So just any Jace would win this for us. There's their Zurgo. The counter here. See if they're gonna counter this. Okay. Alright, so we take 7, they get a card, which puts them even lower. Yeah, really, we just need one Jace. Breach would also probably do it. Okay, that's not it. Guess we just make a token. If they left the Zergo, I would have depopulated here, but they didn't, so we'll just go with this. I guess even, let's see, pounding wouldn't quite do it. We'd need a little bit more than that. We could cast another Wandering Emperor to pump our token up. Maybe that's worth? They might counter it though. They could also kill this token, which would be a little bit sad. Maybe I should just go for the double. A little bit safer. And if they kill one, we still block the damage coming through. Okay. Wow, we're still just drawing lands, which is not cool. Guess if I plus this, they'll probably... No, they don't have anything, okay. So yeah, they're chump blocking that. I assume the Zergo is going to kill our Wandering Emperor. 6/7. Guess I'll play the land. There is some reason to keep the lands at this point because if we get a Faithful Mending, we can discard the lands. So I won't go past 9 for sure, but yeah, I think I'll probably keep at least one land in hand at all times just in case of that. Okay, sack the Wandering Emperor, they're gonna kill my Wandering Emperor, but they don't get a card when they do this, which is both good and bad, I suppose. Celestis, okay. Oh, and they left the Zergo, so actually, let's try to sweep first. I'll swing in. Okay, damage went through. Unless they have a hard counter, this should go through. Make this appear wouldn't work. Okay, they do have the hard counter. We'll put this Celestis down here, and I will hold this land for now. And we'll block the 2/2. We're gonna take the 4. Wandering Emperor, okay. Sure. We're getting pretty low. I guess we're kind of dead on the next one. Take their draw, I assume. Yeah, maybe they just have a handful of counter spells now. I might be a little bit concerned here. And we just keep drawing land after land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is there a reason for me to play this land? Soul Petition is 2, Wandering Emperor 4. Not really. Okay, we're gonna hold these lands and hope that we can get some sort of removal or life gain or something. Okay, that is something. At least we can maybe block this 3/3 token. Hopefully.
Like this. Like that. Like this. Like that.
They have a real counter, then we just die here.
Like that.
Disruption protocol. Oh yeah, we are dead here.
Okay, man, are you ready to go? I'm ready to go. Now, come on, now crank this motherfucker up.
Yeah. Man, that we were so close too. Down to 10. We just needed something. Though I'm sure they have a bunch of counter spells. Alright. Not a bad game. Just a little bit unlucky on the last draws. Got about 4 or 5 in a row of lands. We even cycled a few, so yeah, just kind of unlucky. Fizzled out at the end there. We were doing really great early game. Fizzled out there. On to the next one. Okay, we go first. This hand. This hand. And I keep this hand. Going first, the Reveille should cycle, so I think I can keep this hand. A little bit sketch. A little bit sketch, but I think we can keep. We can just find one land somewhere. We can get Celestis rolling. Okay, we're safe. Alright, so this is just gonna cycle for card, hopefully land. That's fine. We can get Celestis on 3. They haven't done anything yet, which is good. Probably Fable next turn, I would assume. No. Alright, I'll take that draw. Guess I'm gonna drop Wandering Emperor. Right, land there. Also got a Founding. Founding doesn't do much for us, so maybe we start with the Jace.
It's a brand new day in Tokyo.
And we'll just do the mill 3. Actually, I'm gonna minus. No, let's do the mill 3 and draw a card. It's too early in the game to not, I think. And they have nothing on board, so I'm not too worried. Okay. Taking 2 damage, but we don't care. I can depopulate this probably, and then do another mill 3. Can also do the Founding here, which is pretty good. Founding into Faithful Mending, though don't really know if there's anything I'm gonna want to discard out of this hand. Alright. Guess I can discard a land and something else I draw. Like maybe the Sunset. Or actually maybe another Faithful. Sunset will draw us a card off this, so we can keep that. Guess I can draw this card. Yeah, we don't need that land. We do eventually want another land, but we don't need it right away. We need to get up to 7 for the breach, but tap land is not ideal, so yeah. Okay, untap land is nice. I think we mill them. Could mill ourselves, but I got so many Jaces, I think we can probably go towards the win here. And if I want to just minus this Jace, or I want to try to keep this things going. Guess we can probably Faithful Mending instead. I'll just plus on this Harvester. And then I'll Sunset, and then we can Faithful Mending later, maybe. This will also shut down some of their Invoke Despair. Okay. I'm gonna wait to Faithful just as kind of a bluff. There's only one thing I would regret if I drew Founding, but most of the other stuff would be fine. So yeah, I think we can just pass. There's not a whole lot I could get that I would want to cast right now. And I think from their side they really need to find a Chandra, probably. One of them's in the graveyard already though. Okay, and they scoop. I guess they don't have Invoke or Chandra in hand, and so they feel like they're about to lose. So yeah, on to the next one. Okay, we go first to and we don't have a 2-drop. Also, our 3-drop is not super on turn, but this will be good against aggro. I think we can try this. Definitely not the best hand. Like, usually you want to have Sunset Revelry, Faithful Mending, or Founding. Alright, against a aggro sort of green or I guess Naya, okay. I think we might be good. Lockdown will be decent. Okay, it's like a some sort of counters deck. I think we can lock this down here. And then Sweeper at another point. I think Ozlith and Wormlet are a little bit dangerous to let continue to grow. But I don't mind doing a 2-for-1. Another Wormlet. Do they have a second Ozlith? That would be so funny. Okay, no. But that's fine. We can even depopulate this if we want. Maybe. Trying to think if there's like a real reason not to. I guess Wandering Emperor maybe is a little bit better in most cases. Like, they might play a bigger creature, so I guess saving the depopulate makes a lot of sense. Try to get like a 3-for-1 or 4-for-1 value. Alright, Ozolith. Nice swing, and I think I just get rid of the Wormlet.
Now you've done it. That's coming off. My judgment is
Okay, we got a land, which is nice. I think we Faithful Mending here. Okay, a bunch of lands. We'll drop down the Mindbreaker. 6? Yeah, I guess so. We want to keep the black source, so I'll drop this one. And then I guess I'll make a 2/2. Since the Wandering Emperor would die either way. Might also get them to commit to the board a little bit. If they don't think I have a sweeper. Doomscar, okay. That's a little bit sad because I can't stop them from drawing here. I think I have to sweep because this is a little bit too dangerous here. Probably. Maybe I just block this to reduce the damage. Maybe they'll whiff. They only got 3 looks, so I mean, one can hope. Okay, they gotta land. I think we sweep this. We're pretty close to doing the breach. So I guess we want to do the Mindbreaker before the breach. Could Sunset Reverie just to cycle here and gain 4 life? That's probably okay. Because if I can get another land, that'll be good. Okay, and we did get it. But we can breach next turn. But I don't think we want to, because I think we want to do the mill first. Brawler comes in as a 3/3. Patchwork Automaton. Okay, so far we're fine. Okay, that's a pretty good pickup. So we can pretty safely use this. And then Sunset Revelry. I don't think they're gonna block it. Alright, so we'll get our 1/1s, we'll get card. And then we can breach on the next turn. They'll be pretty low, they'll be at 12 cards. Play champion, okay. Pass with some white so they get counters. Yeah, that can be a little bit scary. I guess we're gonna block the 5/5 and let the 9 through. But yeah, that's definitely scary. Trampling. Big trampling damage. Could bounce something here. Oh, but Wandering Emperor lets us exile, so I think we can just go ahead and do this. Oh, we did take a damage there. Jace? Oh, Jace is win, right? So we just go for the win. And the rest doesn't matter, I don't think.
I've already read your thoughts.
So yeah, we just win. Nice. Alright, nice. We got there. Even against the aggro deck. Look. Mill for the win. Nice. I guess that's how you deal with this crazy format. It's just mill him. Nice. Okay. We go first. We have the Faithful Mending, so I think we can keep the 2-lander. Because we'll end up seeing a lot of cards. And this is untapped, which also helps. I think this is fine. And we got some good stuff to discard as well. Mindbreaker. Probably the only thing we wouldn't want to see here is mono black. Let's drop the Aganja so we don't have to pay life. I'm gonna assume it's Rakdos. Yep, that's fine. Okay. We can drop, I guess, both of these. Seems pretty good. And yeah, we'll just go for another Faithful Mending. I found with this deck, you don't want to play Jace until pretty much the very end of the game. I made that mistake a lot when I played with Jace earlier in other decks. But even though Jace is a 3-mana card, you should not play it on 3. Okay, we're gonna take some damage. I think we kind of want to find an answer for that token. Lockdown would be great, yeah. Discard 2. I kind of want this breach, but guess it's fine. I also just realized that I didn't play enough blue sources, so can I afford to get rid of Farewell? I think I'm too far away from the breach. We'll just discard it. Okay. I mean, this works out well. If I had played my lands right, you could Mindbreaker here, but Lockdown is definitely better in this situation. Gets rid of the token, gets rid of their creature. They can't invoke to spare us. And I kept the Farewell because they're probably going to Shieldred. Though we don't care that much about Shieldred, to be honest, because we have so much life gain. Instead, we'll just do the Mindbreaker here. We can Farewell next turn. So they're down. What are they down at? 24 in the deck. Jace will get them down to, let's see, 9 cards. So they're not quite there yet. We're gonna need at least one other card that can mill them. I don't know why they're considering blocking. Seems weird. They should just take the damage. Okay, or maybe they're upset that I milled like half their deck. I don't know. Kinda crazy. Did I get all their Invoke Despairs? No, just 2. So, I don't know why they would be upset. 3 Bank Busters though. Pretty good. Okay. So, they're pretty, yeah, again, pretty low. We need one other card if we want to win. Chase will get us close, but not quite. If they invoke here, we can just Farewell. Maybe they're gonna rage here. We haven't won yet, so I don't know why they would be raging, but okay. Guess that's an advantage of a mill deck. People sometimes rage at you. I can understand. It can be an annoying, you know, deck type, milling people. Nobody loves it. Well, I think I better Farewell. We got a second one. We'll just pick creatures. And then we can get the Jace down here in a second. I guess they're just raging. They're just gonna give up. To be honest, I mean, this is basically a control deck. It's just our win con happens to be a mill win con. Not that different from some of CGB's decks. Okay. Guess they're out. All right, bye-bye. All right. We got a win. So, we are moving up and I'm very happy with this deck. Let's talk about it in the post-game wrap-up. All right, everyone. Well, that is it for the games for today. We had some very sweet games today. We are climbing the ladder pretty quickly with this deck. And I'm very happy with this. To be honest, it feels like a control deck that has kind of an interesting win con that actually is good against most of the decks in the format. You don't really think about it, but Grixis, Rakdos, Atraxa, all those decks, they're drawing a lot of cards, and so it's pretty easy to mill them. You get in one Mindbreaker swing or a couple Jaces, and you just about got their whole deck milled. So yeah, very easy to beat those kinds of decks. And then we have just plenty of sweepers and life gain to deal with the aggro. Faithful Mending, Sunset Revelry, Lockdown, Depopulate. Very good against mono red, especially because of so much life gain, and their creatures are not that scary. A little bit harder against maybe soldiers because they're a little bit quicker and they have Thalia and they have ways to kind of disrupt you. But still not bad, not bad at all. And the meta has really shifted, I guess, since the March of the Machine Aftermath came out. But we don't see as much soldiers or the really aggressive decks. We're seeing a little bit of humans. We see mono red, and we see a lot of Rakdos. I think from the Pro Tour, people just all on Rakdos. So I would say probably I'm facing Rakdos at least 50% of the time, which is a lot more than it was before. And this deck just destroys that. And it's good against enchantments because we got farewells going on, we got lockdowns going on. So very sweet. Highly recommend this deck. This was yeah, just a great deck. So gonna continue using it. I'm sure I'll get to diamond in no time at all. I think I have at least a 70% win rate with this one. So very, very sweet. Yeah. So let me know if you have some of your own cool brews. Maybe I'll try them out when I hit diamond. But so far, this one has been very, very sweet. Until next time. See ya.